How are things going for everyone? Hello, Sam. Gary Gensler just told me that he has something planned for 12 hours from now. We have 12 hours. I know that people love it when I post updates every hour, but he did say today that he will be on TV in about 12 hours. That is what I want to talk about. Talk about the Bitcoin price chart because it shows something important. The ETFs are also here. Today was a really interesting day here. If it's okay with you, please click subscribe and bell below the video to be notified of more videos like this. You should also watch the whole video because I have some other cool things to say that aren't related to what I just talked about. There will also be a link to Margex below the video in case you want to use leverage to trade cryptocurrency. There is a link. This is run by TradingView, so you can make all of your charts here and then go back to the website. You can load it again. Pay attention. Boom. Load the page again. It's all still there, which is great because it means you can trade while you're tracking. On the screen, you can see all the signs you need. So yeah, you should definitely check that out. You can also get free bonuses that you can use to pay for trade fees if you click on the link below the video. There's also a Coino link there in case you want to trade cryptos on the spot. You want to buy spot cryptos and then take them out. At Coino, you can do that below the movie. Take a look at Bitcoin now. We had failed and been turned down by this line a few times. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. After that, we rose above it. That's really pretty, and I hope we can hold above this. It looks like we just turned this into support twice. That is a very strong sign. There's no need for you to watch this, I will. But you should also watch it. This is great news for Bitcoin, and we have more good news coming up. Also, I haven't told anyone this yet, but we're working on a way to give you free entry to HGALGO, so stay tuned for that. But you should have bought when the DCA Plus signal flashed on Bitcoin. Right after that, Grayscale bought Bitcoin for the first time since the ETFs were approved, so it looks like that was a good time to do so. Grayscale had net inflow days, and I made a movie a few days ago that was kind of a joke about how you only have 48 hours until something happens, and it did. We had to wait 48 hours for it, and now it's nice. So all of the money came in on Friday. We're still not sure about all of them. We still don't have all of them, but we did get Grayscale today, which was a good day. As you can see, a lot of Bitcoin miners did pretty well today. Stocks that are related to Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, Southgate Corp said that it owned the IBIT ETF $44 billion bank. To be clear, a lot of these businesses are only now saying that they have Bitcoin ETFs. This is how much money has been coming in over the last 3 or 4 months. Let's scroll down and see who it is. Most likely, it will be another good day since GBTC had a good day of 4 million. Not quite the 63 million we saw on Friday, but still a very good sign. As I've already said, I don't see why anyone would buy in GBTC unless they want to avoid missing out on something. They want to get in as soon as possible and know about the ETF that they want to buy. Compliance may have passed GBTC, but not these other ETFs. That might be something too, but there's no reason to buy GBTC instead of the other ETFs. They should pretty much track the same, but GBTC has 3 to 5 times as many fees as ETH. It also has 6 times as many fees as ETH. Right now, some ETFs don't charge any fees. This means you're telling them, take my money, I don't care how much I make from it since you're paying fees that aren't necessary. 1.5%, and if the price of Bitcoin goes up, you may have to pay taxes on it, based on the type of account you have. Be locked in GBTC for a while with that upper fee. I don't really see the point of this, but the fact that these funds are coming in is still a good sign because it means there is a lot of demand. You know something has changed if the worst offering is now getting inflows. Moving on to Gary Gensler, we learned this morning that Robinhood got a Wells notice from the SEC, which basically means that they'll probably be sued for their crypto business. Gary Gensler just said that it will happen tomorrow at 8:05 a.m. I will be on CNBC with Andrew Sorkin at 8 a.m. Eastern Time, so they're going to talk about crypto properly. I don't know what else he'll talk about, but Andrew Sorkin isn't very bullish on crypto or Bitcoin. He's consistently one of the most bearish people on CNBC on Bitcoin and the Bitcoin ETFs and crypto. I think he'll probably present crypto in a very neutral way, but Gary Gensler is clearly the bear in the group. One of the hosts is very pro-Bitcoin, but I can't remember his name. I'd love to see him argue with Gary Gensler. I'm going to talk about this, so if you haven't already, click subscribe to see what he says tomorrow. I'm sure I'll make a video as soon as he talks, but let's move on to something more interesting. Lucid reported earnings for the first quarter of 2024. Their EPS was -30 cents compared to -25 cents expected per share. Their revenue was $172 million compared to $182 million expected, and their net loss was $684 million. $780 million last year to $2.17 billion this year. That's a 13% drop from the previous quarter. That's bad. Let's take a look at the stock right now, which is down 9%. Take into account that this company's market cap is still about $7 billion. It's still worth $7 billion, and they lost about 10% of that market cap in just 3 months. Oh my gosh, that's awful. I know that investing in Bitcoin is risky, but look at this, people are still holding on to this and buying this company. It's terrible, and it does make some cool things like cars. I've been in a few before I went to a Lucid store, I want to say dealership, but it wasn't. That had a couple of Lucids in it in a big city near Chicago. They're really cool cars, but they're also very expensive to make. At this point, Lucid lost about $347, $00 for every vehicle they delivered. Imagine losing that much money on every product you sell, and you have to sell them because otherwise you'll lose money. Loads better than just about any other car manufacturer in the space, right? No one can get to their profit margins, and this is during a time of real uncertainty in the market, right? Or a time of really high interest rates. It's been tough, and yet they've still been able to sell their vehicles in mass. Right. So yeah, this company doesn't have any of the tech that Tesla has. The crazy thing about this is too, when we go back up, this was a $55 stock, so there's around $100 billion in market cap. Tesla fell down to somewhere around, I want to say 300 when it was back here around 113. He has around 400 billion in market cap, so this recent dip back. I guess a year and 6 months ago for Tesla stock, it fell within, 3x multiple of the peak of Lucid, and this company is making heaps of money, or at least is like cash flow sideways for the quarter on their worst quarter. So yeah, just crazy to look at that. I did want to mention too, I made a video yesterday talking about Moonbase. This is a meme coin, and since I made the video, the token's up about 25 or 30%. It's still a small market cap, to be clear, and I do hold the token, but yeah, it's done quite well. And they actually pay reflections in Ethereum. You want to hold on something like MetaMask. Oh! But then you can consistently get more and more, which is pretty cool. I'll have to check. If you want me to do another video, let me know, but I've gotten at least a few dollars after I bought this. So yeah, definitely pay attention to this. If you want me to make update videos, I will so. Definitely watch that video. I'll put it on the end screen if you haven't seen it already, the full video, but definitely a cool cryptocurrency from an established team. It's cool too, because since it's on Base, they can constantly give reflections without paying high fees. Now, let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. Will you be watching Gary Gensler talk tomorrow? It doesn't really matter. We'll cover it afterwards, but thank you so much for watching. I appreciate. Check out the links underneath the video to Marjax and CoinW if you want to start trading.